and penetrating understanding of that novel. And also, thank you for staying within your time. Our next presenter, Ms. Ana Uka, has a Bachelor of Arts degree from Istanbul University and a Master of Arts from Leiden University. She will be speaking to us this afternoon, giving us a review on the spiritual values of the education system in Turkish colleges, a case of Albania.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Hi, everyone. Today, as mentioned before, I'm going to talk about the spiritual values in the education system of Turkish schools, and this is a case of Albania. Together with the 21st skills, values, and tools, educators try to enhance and create passionate, competitive, and responsible individuals who collaborate to quickly and easily solve problems and use the resources for their future careers. This study is conducted to reveal some values of the education system in the Turkish schools of Albania and show the reasons what make these schools to be the most successful ones in Albania and the region. These schools have contributed and dedicated almost 20 years of experience in education to this country. Despite their obvious academic achievement and the high employment rate of the graduates, it's essential to explore in more details the philosophy and the spiritual values of the education system and its leaders' activeness in education in the schools of this region. I would like to start citing some words from the writings and teachings of a great Turkish Islamic scholar and philosopher, Mr. Fethullah Gülen, who emphasizes the importance of education in this century as our three greatest enemies are ignorance, poverty, and internal schism. Knowledge, capital, and labor union can fight against them. Ignorance, which is a serious problem, should be countered with education, and this has been always the right way to serve our country. Now that we live in a global world, education is the best way to serve humanity and to establish a dialogue with other civilizations. From another work of Ud Hall, she says that high-quality education and moral values, when combined together with altruism of the teachers and the administrative members, are considered as universal values which appeal to people all over the world. As stated in the United Nations report of 2010, the education system of Albania needs some major investment and reform. Decaying infrastructure, out-of-date curricula, teaching methods, poorly qualified teachers, and a lack of modern equipment and sanitation contribute to increasing dropout rates, especially in the public schools of Albania. Emerging evidence suggests falling participation in education among the poor due to closure of many preschools and secondary vocational schools, declining education quality, increasing poverty rates, and fees for many education-related services. However, many efforts are done to improve the education, and either public or non-public schools are all supported by the government, but still there are many obstacles which need time and efforts until they get close to the standards of the schools in other Western European countries. Among some priorities of the education system in Albania, I can mention that they want to improve the quality of teaching and learning processes with special emphasis on a demand-driven curriculum model which focuses on acquisition of necessary skills for the labor market. And secondly, they promote child-centered pedagogies and curricula for all children. And now I'd like to introduce a brief history of the Turkish schools in Albania. These schools have operated in Albania for almost 20 years. The pioneer of these schools is Mehmet Akif High School, which was established since in February 1993 in Tirana. Due to the increasing number of potential students and the great demand, other several new Turkish schools have been opened, followed by daycares, language centers, and educational organizations and associations, not only in Tirana, but also throughout the country. The education system of these schools follows broad guidelines for moral and technical aspects of education. The content of the education system is focused on science and math, supported with computer technology and laboratories. The language of instruction is English, mainly English. Overall, the curriculum includes a combination of the national and international curriculum to meet international standards, which gives the students the opportunity to study also in other universities abroad. Around 3,000 students attend these schools, and they are still highly valued by Albanian people. Besides the desire to invest in education and build a strong relationship and friendship between Albanian and Turkish communities, the primary aim of these schools was to raise and prepare educated, socially aware, morally conscious, and idealistic young people with universal values, who are tolerant of all beliefs and points of view, and that can proudly represent Albania in every sector and help their country to fully integrate into the global community. And I again would like to cite some other words from the great Islamic scholar and philosopher, Mr. Fethullah Gülen, where he says that the school is a place where students can learn, where everything related to this life and the next can be learned. It can shed light on vital ideas and events and enable its students to understand their natural and human environment. It can also quickly open the way to unveiling the meaning of things and events, which leads man to wholeness of thought and contemplation. In a sense, the school is a kind of place of worship whose holy men are the teachers. And I would like to continue with the mission of the Turkish schools which reflect actually this kind of values. They want to prepare emancipated young, educated, with a spirit of respect for different beliefs and views, relying on their achievements and ideals. And next, they prepare a generation who can represent innovation and contemporary democratic Albania, for which the whole world needs at any time in the international arena. Spirituality thus has an important influence on children's social development. For example, spiritual beliefs may influence children's sense of responsibility for their own cognitive, academic, social, and emotional development. Children go through a lifelong learning process guided by their parents and teachers as well. In the school age, teachers have a primary role and responsibility on children's learning. And now I'll talk a little bit about the characteristics of the teachers in the Turkish schools. These teachers have dedicated their practical and theoretical knowledge to their teaching profession. They have a sense of self-motivation and they struggle for their self-improvement all the time. The educators of this system are motivated to learn and improve their own skills, which is reflected also in their students' achievement. What makes them become successful in their job is the way how they cooperate, consult, discuss with each other, and their shared common interest of education. Teachers believe that they should approach to their students with love, patience, and tolerance. These are the most important elements that characterize a teacher-student relationship in the Turkish schools. And again, the great Turkish scholar says that patience and persistence play an important role in education. Educating people is very sacred, but also very difficult. It's a mission in life. To provide a good personal example, teachers should be patient enough to achieve the desired results. They should know and be prepared how to deal with students' intellects, how to lead their intellects, hearts, souls, and feelings. The best way to educate people is to show a special connection with each individual by devoting time and efforts, not forgetting that each individual is a different world. The students' high academic achievement is attributed to their own efforts and capacities as well as their teachers' support by working in teams and their skills by putting their qualifications and knowledge in practice. And next, I would like to focus on the role of the parent-teacher relationships on the students' intellectual and socio-emotional development. An important aspect of the Turkish schools is their focus on strengthening the relationship with the parents to get them more involved and contribute to their children's education. Besides the regular parent-teacher meetings that are arranged to discuss with the teachers about the students' academic progress and general conduct, parents are invited also to other cultural and social activities organized by these schools. Parental commitment with the child's school's related activities plays an important, a crucial role, not only on the child's academic achievement, but also in strengthening the relationship between parents and the school. Parents and families must be an integral part of students' lives at school as well as at home. There is always a tendency of these teachers and school leaders to communicate with the families and keep them updated about all the challenges and accomplishments of the students at school. Usually, parents are very interested in being informed about their children's learning at school, not only cognitively but also spiritually or socio-emotionally. Teachers create an opportunity to get to know the students not only in an educational setting, not only at school, but also at home, and discuss together with the families about the strategies and techniques that can help the students succeed at school. On the other side, parent-teacher interactions and relationships provide and help the parents to monitor their children's understanding on what and how they feel about what they learn at school, and this may give the parents some helpful insights about the attitudes and perceptions they may be developing about society, past, present, and future, and about themselves, their family, and their own beliefs and values. Although knowledge is a value in itself, the goal of learning is to make knowledge a guide in life and to illuminate the road to human. This is a responsibility of both parents and teachers to prepare a well-educated generation with universal values of tolerance, respect, and understanding. The purpose of this education is to instill values, attitudes, and behavior in children and prepare them for challenges and opportunities of life. And I would like to finish and conclude with some implications as well. So this paper has shown actually that due to the values and beliefs, structure and the content of the education system, Turkish schools have managed to become the leaders of education in Albania. The motivation and the organization of all the educators in the system facilitate and contribute to the success of their students as well as the schools. Characteristics of the teachers and the leaders of the system, such as their willingness to collectively participate in activities, consult about different issues, take decisions about different projects and plans, and their openness to technology and innovation gives them the opportunity to develop, improve, and succeed all the time. Elements of education in the future policies and reforms of the education system in Albania. They can also contribute to the improvement of teaching and learning processes as well as the development of organizations and institutions in any field. Thank you for listening.